die Verbrennung der Amerikaner.
Beautiful mates of YouTube, Marcel here. So I'm thinking of just limiting the videos to 3 a week now. I'm like running a cocktail lounge, it's pretty busy, and as much as I love doing a video every single day, I feel like eventually if I keep this up, the content is going to get a little stale. So I'm thinking of scaling it back just a little bit to 3 videos a week. And we'll see how we go from there. Maybe I'll eventually, you know, when I've got some free time or whenever it feels natural, I'll start releasing a video whenever it feels right. But trying to maintain a new video every day. I'm not burning myself out. I don't really feel burnout in that sort of way. But I just really want to keep this content vital and fresh, and I want to give you guys the best videos possible. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. As always, I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. What is up, my beautiful mates of YouTube? My name is Aussie Marcel, and yes, my voice is absolutely rooted because of last night. I was so busy in the cocktail lounge. I had to yell over absolutely everyone, and then we had this chick come in. Actually, she's quite a lovely woman. She does my hair sometimes, and she came up to me and she said, "Can you confirm or deny that there are $12 cocktails?" And I was like, "Mate, who talks like this?" I was like, "Yeah, there's $12 cocktails." Anyway, something about wearing these glasses, guys. They just make you feel absolutely powerful. Mate, so in today's video, I missed my mouth there. Name on my sex tape. In today's video, do we do it without the sunglasses maybe? We're going to be looking at Alfred Sung Homme. This is also my fragrance of the day. I'm just going to reapply it. Now, for the lovers of the sweet modern scent like Paco Rabanne 1 Million or Invictus, things along those lines, this is not going to be the scent for you. Sung Homme is this beautifully green, powerful, aromatic green scent. I can't remember if I said green twice just then, so just bear with me on this. But it's this, actually I think I did say green twice because I meant to say green and soapy. This is a green and soapy scent. Coming off the skin, you get these really wonderful, actually kind of almost realistic fir and pine notes. I'm sort of reminded of Pino, that men's scent in the green little pine cone bottle. I'm also reminded of Ted Lapidus Pour Homme. It does have a lot of similarities with Lapidus Pour Homme. That is like more reminiscent of YSL's Kuroso than Lapidus Pour Homme. And I'm also reminded a little bit of fragrances like Paco Rabanne Pour Homme and Hugo Boss No. 1. However, this is from 1989, so it has a, I'm gonna say it's a little more modern than the Paco Rabanne Pour Homme style fragrances. Those 70s scents are very much of their era. These 80s scents typically have a tiny bit more warmth. The way that Sung Homme is presented is much more in line with fragrances like Drakkar Noir. Oh, by the way, that Drakkar fragrance oil lasts an eternity. Lamani Pour Homme and Lapidus Pour Homme, rather than a scent like Paco Rabanne Pour Homme. Although this does share something in common with it. It's that aromatic nature, I reckon. In the opening, I don't get a huge amount of citrus. I don't get a burst of that sort of fresh citrus quality that you do with a lot of other 1980s scents. Another example of like a scent that this would be similar to is Davidoff Cool Water. Take Davidoff Cool Water, but take all of the aquatic facets out of it. Even though there's not really technically any aquatic facets in it, it does come across as quite aquatic. But you take all those, take everything that's sort of blue about Davidoff Cool Water and replace it with green notes and soapy notes, and you're left with Sung Homme. That's actually probably the best comparison here that I can think of. It would be Lapidus Pour Homme and Davidoff Cool Water. Is Cool Water in here? Pricing for Alfred Sung Homme is about $30 Australian, so it comes in at a very similar price point to Davidoff Cool Water, for example. It is not as easy to find as Cool Water. I mean, I've even seen Cool Water sold at like Coles and Woolworths, whereas I've never really seen anything else sold at those stores. And just as a little side-by-side comparison here. Love the design of this. The atomizer is super strong. I picked up Sung Homme from eBay for $30 from PriceSmart AU. And what I love about PriceSmart is, also, if you want to order from PriceSmart AU, use this discount code that they gave me. It's right there. Just pause it and copy it down if you want to get that discount. I love the way they package their fragrances. It's always so careful. Like, they put it in an actual box. They wrap it in like paper and cardboard, and then they've also got packing peanuts as well. And every time I see them, I kind of want to eat them. It's very freaky. pricerightmart.com.au. I've bought so many classic scents from them. I got my Lapidus Pour Homme from them as well. So I would highly recommend checking out PriceSmart AU for your fragrance needs on eBay. Not a sponsor. But yeah. Another cool thing about PriceSmart AU is that they typically sell a lot of tester bottles there as well, so you can get a really good discount on some of like the most popular fragrances out there with just buying the testers from them. So I just wanted to read out the accords for Sung Homme. Main accords, according to Fragrantica: aromatic, woody, fresh spicy, warm spicy, green, herbal, fresh, citrus, aldehydic, conifer. And then, like, as with a lot of 1980s scents, the notes are just, there's so many. Top notes of juniper berries, bergamot, sage, pepper, artemisia, lemon, caraway, galbanum, petitgrain, basil, bay leaf. Middle notes of pine tree, aldehydes, carnation, geranium. Spicy notes, caraway, jasmine, rose. Base notes of fir, oak moss, leather, musk, cedar, sandalwood, vetiver, and patchouli. It's the same with a lot of other 1980s fragrances, like Kouros, for example, has a stack of notes. It's like in the 1980s, what they tried to do with fragrances was take every note that they could think of, throw it at the wall, and see what stuck. But you can't blame them for that because it was, you know, of the era. It was era appropriate. So, who is Sung Homme for? Sung Homme is for the guy with supreme confidence, a unique sense of style, and an appreciation of older men's fragrances and 1980s fragrances in particular. If you already love and adore fragrances like Drakkar Noir and Davidoff Cool Water, then Sung Homme is going to fit into your collection very nicely. I wouldn't say it's an absolute essential, but I would say if you really live and die, if your like ride and die scents are all basically from the 1980s and you hate the way modern perfumery has gone, you hate the way modern men's fragrances have gone, then a fragrance like Sung Homme is going to be ideal for you. And I would even prefer this over Lapidus Pour Homme. I prefer this over Paco Rabanne Pour Homme. Do I prefer it over Drakkar Noir and Davidoff Cool Water? I don't think I do. But in saying that though, I have a lot of appreciation for Sung Homme and the way those green notes and those soapy notes are presented. It's just a very wearable, versatile men's scent, and if you're willing to give something a chance for less than $30 Australian, I would say pick this one up. If you've ever worn Sung Homme before, let me know in the comments below. I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say, and until the next video, my name is Aussie Marcel, and I'll catch you guys around.